No matter how high-tech, highfalutin, lazy, or foo-foo America gets, we will never stop hunting and fishing. This is the Hunting Quest. Hunting Quest. We take 1 hour of every week and talk about our favorite things in the world, hunting and fishing. You'll get tips and help on the fishing environment locally in the DMV area. Plus, we're going to have fun along the way. This is the Hunting Quest. And now your host, Mike Tippin and Bennett Malin.
All right, we're good. For some reason, the title screen, it drug all of the backgrounds over there, and I didn't know which one was which, and the one that was supposed to be there was gone. And I was like,
oh, no.
That's not cool. But we're back. We got it fixed.
That's good.
Yeah. So, Mikey.
We're not just back. We have a guest today.
We're better than back.
We're better than back.
We've got Kyle Doherty back from Dive Bomb Industries. Kyle, how are you doing?
I'm great. Glad to be back. Glad you guys didn't blacklist me after the first one. That's great.
Now you opened up a bush latte, and I was like, all right, he's welcome anytime.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, Benny, how was your week first? We kind of forego what we know.
Dude, it's been a rough one, not going to lie. I know I was talking to you yesterday about some of the crap I was dealing with at work and fighting people and starting wars before a holiday weekend. There's nothing like that. So,
yeah, you got to pick when you start those wars, man.
Rolling into a 4-day weekend is a great time to do it.
Yeah,
that's true.
Let them think. let them think about it all weekend long.
Yep. Any time. Just hope you don't run into them.
Oh yeah. But it's been a week, and we're only on Tuesday, man. So I'm kind of glad this is a short week. So, Kyle, how was your week, man?
It was good. It was pretty chaotic. We got Squadfest coming up here pretty soon. So the holiday is a very nice break. But also we're trying to pack a lot of preparations and final checks into a short amount of time. So, but I'll never complain about a couple extra days off. So we'll get it done. I think it just makes everybody that much more efficient in the few days that you're in the office. Right?
That's the way to do it. Absolutely. So you said Squadfest, 19th and 20th, right?
19th and 20th of July, Friday, Saturday. Yep.
Yeah. Dude, I am stoked. I think that's going to be cool. I've never been to Squadfest. This will be my first year, so I'm going to be pretty stoked about it. Go see what's going on around there.
It'll be a good first year to come. I think we got a lot of first time attendees coming. For this year, we added a pre-registration to our website to kind of help us get a gauge on numbers, but also if you pre-register, you have a chance to win a $1,000 gift card from Dive Bomb Industries. So you don't have to buy anything, you don't have to do anything. Just go to the website, pre-register for Squadfest, and you could get drawn to win that gift card. So pretty easy way. It's a win-win. But yeah, we're expecting this one to be the biggest yet. I think some of the sales and specials that we'll have at this one are definitely not just the biggest we've done at Squadfest. I think these are some of the biggest sales Dive Bomb's done ever. So yeah, we're expecting a good show. Knock on wood. So far in Missouri, we've had pretty good weather, and it looks like we got our big random hot spell out of the way last week. So let's hope that we have some milder weather this year than we did last year. But no, it should be great. We've got still a ton of vendors. Our tent's going to be the biggest it's ever been. We've got the calling contest. This is the first year where we have a sanctioned calling contest. We've got the DU regional, so that is a sanctioned event where you can qualify to go calling worlds in Stuttgart. So the dog combine's bigger. We got more dogs. It's a 2-day event now because of that. So yeah, it's just everything about this year is bigger, better. It's the biggest one that we've ever had. So really looking forward to it.
So for those who don't know, it's free to get in, right?
100% free. Doesn't cost you anything. You just got to check in and do the virtual waiver for the park, and that's it. Doesn't cost you $1. We've got our merch tent set up, so you can come in, you can get dive bomb stuff. We've got some huge sales, and we have already announced and released those sales. So if you're not familiar with them yet, just head to our Instagram or Facebook, anything like that. We've got them all listed out, more than I could name right now. So they're really a lot. But we've got 60 something vendors, everything from call makers to different outfitters, dog kennels, anything you name it, not just in the waterfowl world, but kind of in the outdoor space in general. And most of those vendors, they run show specials. So, it's not just come see us in our tent, go see the vendors, talk to them. They're doing show specials. They have a lot of vendors make products that they only sell at Squadfest. So, that's another cool way to get some unique stuff. But yeah, it really is just a great time all around. Doesn't cost you a dime. We got stuff for kids, so it's a good whole family event, and it is pet friendly too. So if you even if your dog is not in the retriever combine, you can bring your dog out with you. We got dog watering stations throughout. As long as you keep them on a leash as the park requires, you can bring them out too. So it really is a full family event.
That's awesome. I did see that I was going through your, some of the people that are, all the other folks that are going to be out there, not paying favorites, but Reaper Boats is going to be there.
They will indeed.
That new Reaper that Dive Bomb just got is sick. That thing is bad to the bone.
Wild, man. It is absolutely wild.
Oh, we lost Mikey already. That might be a record for how fast we've lost him.
He's I thought you already hopped on a plane to St. Louis getting ready for Squadfest.
No, we've I don't know what it is. Today's not been a great day for my Wi-Fi, for my internet connection. So
it's a holiday weekend. It's already out.
It's already out.
You're getting throttled, dude.
Yeah, I tell you, it's okay. It's all right. But yeah, so you were talking about the Reaper boats, and then that was it. So I guess you already passed that. But yeah, I went through. I looked at all the different folks that are going to be there. Y'all got a lot of really cool people there. A lot of
yeah. Tons of great vendors. A lot of repeat vendors. So if you didn't make it out prior years, we do have a lot of repeat vendors that came back. I'd say a good majority of our vendors are returning just because, they really enjoyed the show. It's a very laid back, fun atmosphere. But there's a lot of people and a lot of people that are kind of starting to get fired up for waterfowl season and hunting season. So definitely people wanting to get some stuff and spend some money. So it's just it's a great event for everyone involved, and we're thrilled to be able to host it again and really pumped for how big and how cool this one's going to be.
That is awesome, man. That is really, really cool.
And if I didn't mention it, it's at 370 Lakeside Park, by the way. So that's just about 15 minutes from our headquarters. It's in St. Peters, Missouri. There are tons of lodging and hotel options all over the place, close to the park. Some people want to stay, closer to Old Town, or they want to stay downtown, do something like that. So there's a lot to do, even if you're not at Squadfest. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. So if I missed any details, divebombindustries.com. We actually have a tab just for Squadfest that's going to have everything you need to know and more. But yeah, you don't want to miss this one. It's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, I was going through it after I had to renew my shirt of the month. So
yeah.
Oh, look at there! Oh wow, they're going to be there. This is going to be awesome. So yeah, I'm stoked about it. It's going to be a lot of fun, man.
It's a super cool event.
Yeah.
And it looks like a good time. Was it last year, 2 years ago, that you guys had the storm during Squadfest?
Last year.
Last year?
Last year. We were like 2.5 hours away from completing the whole show, and they had one more calling event to get through, and typical Missouri.
Yeah.
Mother Nature had other plans. Next thing you know, we had like 80-mile-an-hour straight line winds. Tents were going everywhere. Stuff was flying everywhere. It was pretty wild, but luckily no one got hurt, and somehow we didn't lose much stuff at all. So it was more just a cool show to watch, and it unfortunately cut the show a little bit short. But we're playing the odds that that's not going to happen 2 years in a row. So
Yeah, I like those odds.
I think we're all right.
Well, it is your home state there, Benny. So yeah,
It'd be fine.
yeah,
It'd be all right.
Nothing we're not used to.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's just a little storm. It's okay.
I say, and speaking of those, that Reaper boat, what's the deal with the zipper backpacks? When are those coming out?
There's been a lot of questions about those since we teased them a little bit. Yeah, so that's a new product that we will have at some point this fall as it gets closer to release. Obviously,
Squadfest.
they won't be for sale, but we actually will have them. We will have samples in person to
Oh,
look at
yeah.
Squadfest.
That's awesome.
So, you'll be able to see them, get your hands on them. As far as I know, I guess I should probably double check with Tommy, the product development manager, and make sure I'm not over promising. But as far as I know, they will be at the show as part of our upcoming products display. But yeah, that's something that would be later this fall, and we have the current backpacks in the dry line, the roll top, which are already extremely popular. So this is just kind of a new addition in conjunction with those.
Yeah.
That zippered backpack that a lot of people, and we're customer driven. There's nothing wrong with the roll tops. They sold #1 selling piece in dry line other than maybe the shell bags, but we didn't get one request for the zippered backpack. We got tons of them. So we explored it and we liked what we were able to do with them, and now we're selling them. So
yeah, I say they look
customer driven from day one.
Yeah, I say, and the bag looks amazing. They look so good.
Yeah, they are sweet. They are sweet. I'm excited to get a bunch of them in, and I'm glad that we'll have them on the front side of duck season because I want to beat one up for a real season and see how they hold up. But if they're anything like the rest of them, there's going to be no problem.
Yeah, I say even in it goes the same with those roll top bags. I mean, I've got the gun case, which is the same roll, and I mean, Mikey's seen it. I beat the hell out of that case.
Yeah, he does.
And
he does.
Dude, I've had it for.
They're made for.
I've had it 2-3 years now. There's some mud on it. That's about it.
Yeah,
and I've used it as a boat paddle. I mean, you name it, I've done it to that case.
Yeah, they're it's just the whole dry line's a great line.
Yeah,
so we're definitely excited to add a little variety to that and see where that goes.
So is it the same material on the actual bag, just a zipper instead of it being a roll, or is it a different material too?
It's a little bit different material, but everything's manufactured in a similar way as far as all the seams are double welded, and we went through a lot of testing with it because it's what we had already worked so well. We wanted to make sure that we weren't going to bring something out that really wasn't up to that standard. So they've actually been working on them for quite a while now, and we're very pleased with how they turned out. So I think everyone's going to really enjoy them, and it'll be the same quality that everyone has come to expect from us. So
awesome.
I'm definitely excited to get them on the website and get them selling because I think a lot of people are really going to like them.
So what do you think it is the driver? I mean, the roll top is my thing, right? I love it. I mean, I just things roll it up, pop it in, it's all done. I don't have to worry about that. What do you think the driver is with the zipper versus it? I mean, not that you would know, like, but why? Or maybe you do. What's the draw to that?
I just from what I saw from the customer standpoint and the people that were requesting it, it's like anything else, man. It's kind of personal preference. Some people like things one way, some people like it the other, some don't care. But generally you get people that are, pretty heavily committed on one side or the other.
I got you.
And so there were people that loved everything about the idea of our dry line, but it's just the roll top, wasn't for them, whether it was ease of access or whatever it was.
Sure.
It just wasn't their speed. And like I said, because we are customer driven, it wasn't one. It was quite a few people made that that recommendation or suggestion, and that's why we explored it. And so we just want to be able to offer something that, whatever suits you, and obviously with dry bags, it's not just waterfowl. There's tons and tons of uses, almost infinite uses for them. So the more variety and choices that we can offer, the more customers that we can hit with those products. So um, if
Yeah.
people have different preferences, sometimes things don't work out. Sometimes we're not able to accommodate certain requests, or sometimes people just want things that no one else does. But when you get a lot of people asking for it, it's like, hey, you know what? We're going to try it, and if we can, great. If we can't, we tried. But yeah, it's just a variety thing. It's just
Cool.
something else we can offer that if you don't like roll tops, then we got something for you, something else for you.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm a big fan. I think so when Benny and I drove across country, and our the shell on the camper, the back window went out, um, and we were driving through Missouri in torrential downpour rains. I sat there and I'm like, man, um, all of our stuff's thrown in the back. I mean,
Yeah.
all of it, all our clothes, all everything, the back of the truck, the important stuff like the electronics and computers and guns are all sitting in front. And we're all sitting there. I'm like, we're not going to have a dry piece of clothes. There's not going to be one single piece of clothing anywhere that's going to be dry. And so immediately I was like, damn it, I should have got that damn dry duffel. I should have got the dry duffel. So,
I mean, to be fair, it's you put it in the camper. Obviously, you have the camper because you expect it to be dry, but
yeah,
that's the nature of outdoor recreation. Is
yeah,
usually the things you don't expect or what you get to deal with. So
yeah. Or when you
Yeah.
fill up the back of your truck with alligators and it smells like, oh, hell. Oh, it just smells
I
terrible.
can only imagine.
Yeah.
Not
leave
great.
the topper on 100 degrees outside. It smells great.
Yeah, it's not.
Mm.
So that helps too, to have some dry clothes, or have a duffel that's not going to let some of the smell in there too. So
Yeah.
anyway, what were you going to say, Benny? I cut you off. I'm sorry, man.
I don't remember.
Oh no.
Yep.
ADHD to the max.
Yep. Hey, man,
Unreal.
somebody's got to do it. Might as well be me.
Right?
But yeah, man, I'm super, super excited about those zipper top bags. And I think kind of like my appeal to them is like the ease of access to it. Like I've always used the, like short rectangular, like normal blind bag, I guess. And just haven't switched over to one of the backpacks ones yet. And I've seen a lot of people using them, a lot of people using the dive bomb, the dry line. And, I was like, man, I should get one of those. But man, like mine's not at a point where it's worn out or anything. Like I don't need a new one, but,
Right.
and I saw that zipper bag and I was like, oh yeah, I need one of those. I need that.
That's right. You do need one.
I need that. I need to get one of those and beat the crap out of it.
Good luck. They're pretty sturdy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're awesome. If it's anything like the rest of the dry line stuff, it'll be amazing.
Oh,
Or anything like anything you guys make, it'll be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good about them. I think the only negative about them is they'll be tough to keep on the shelves for a while once they get released.
That's a good problem to have.
That's a good problem to have.
I think they'll go quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see it.
All right. So I'm going to ask the question. Somebody sent me to ask you, and they said, the merino tops. Can you explain the difference between the power crew versus the super crew, or the power hoodie versus the super hoodie? What's the difference?
Gotcha. I can handle that one. That one's not too bad. So basically, for the merino tops, we have two styles, right? So you have the crew, then you have the hoodie. So the only difference between those two is the crew doesn't have a hood. The crew comes up basically just like a quarter zip, half zip, whatever you want to call it. And then the hoodie has a hoodie. So between the crew and the hoodie, that's the main difference. And then you have the 230 and then the 320. And the 320 is also called like the super crew or the super power hoodie. The only difference there is 230 is the weight of the material. So we have 230 gram or 320 gram weight of the material. So basically you have one is a lighter weight versus a heavier weight. Main difference there being, the amount of insulation and warmth that you get. So the 230 would be considered your lighter weight base layer, whereas the 320 would be your heavyweight. So if you're hunting something, crazy cold conditions, you'd want to go with the 320. If you're hunting standard stuff, or maybe just want something comfortable underneath your mid or outer layer, if it's not that cold, then you'd go with the 230. So that's really the only difference between them. Is we basically offer two styles, crew and hoodie, and then we offer two weights with the 230 standard or the 320 heavyweight.
Gotcha. I like that. Hopefully that answers the question. I don't think you can do any better than that.
I hope that was good enough. If not, let us know. We'll try again.
Yeah. Right. All right. So we kind of talked about, obviously, Squadfest. I mean, that's huge. We talked about the shirt of the month, which everybody should have a subscription to. Somebody said that you're going to bring back the hoodie of the month.
It's looking pretty good.
All right. All right. All right. I like that. I like that. Those are, so the hoodies, we were kind of talking about this ahead, before this, and your hoodies are like legit hoodies. They're not, super thin, cheapo hoodies. They're really high quality hoodies for $45. I don't know if that's going to be the price. That's what it was last year. So, but $45 for a hoodie. You can't find a hoodie anywhere for $45.
Nope.
And no. I mean, and y'all do some exceptional. I mean, again, I like the stuff that you put on top, put on the shirts. I think it's cool, but $45 for a hoodie. Hopefully you keep it at that price. You cannot beat that. So
no, I mean, and we haven't launched it this year again for new season, so don't know 45. I mean, 45, even at 55, I still think it's a pretty great deal. And
yeah,
you're right.
Absolutely.
We don't use the cheapo ones. I mean, everybody that works there, we wear these ourselves. So, we pick hoodies that we like, that we think are comfortable. When we're picking samples for which hoodie we want to use, we're going through how it feels, how it fits. It's not like, all right, what's the cheapest one we can find and throw some graphics on it. That's literally the last thing that's considered. It's like, all right, everyone try these, see which one you like, see how it feels, and that's the one we go with. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they are good, high quality hoodies. And then, obviously our graphics team is second to none. So what they can do as far as the designs and the artwork and what they come up with is always awesome. I'm just as excited as everyone else every month when we drop the next design. So it's cool to see kind of what they've been working on.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. So I do have another question for you.
Yeah.
We talk about all the stuff that you have, that you do, that if you could pick one thing, like if there's one thing that you could have from Diapalm, what would it be? That's a big question. I know.
That's a huge question.
If you could pick like one thing, or better yet, if you could pick the one thing that everybody needs from Diapalm, what would that be?
I'd say in the waterfowl world, or even in the outdoor world, I'm pretty thrilled with our waders. It was the first piece that we built like that, and we use samples the whole year prior to release, just to test and beat them up. I had a pair of those. I actually still hunt in that sample pair. I don't have a new pair. That's the pair I still use in hunting, and I've got no issues. I'd say those, honestly. You don't have to just waterfowl hunt. A lot of people use waders for different things, but it's an uninsulated breathable wader, so you can wear it any time of year. Your clothing underneath and your insulation underneath is how you set your insulation. So it's really flexible that way. But yeah, I love how they turned out. They were received really well. And, it's not like we invented the breathable wader, but we basically, we took things that we liked in, features of neoprene waders, features from rain suits, fishing waders, other things like that. We really just tried to add everything that we could, whether it was pockets or storage or increased protection, abrasion resistance. We tried to put it all into one set of waders because we knew our first go at this really needed to come out with a very high quality product and make a statement. And I love how they turned out. I love the waders. I was neoprene till I die. And
and then you tried breathables, and you were like,
yeah,
"Why in the hell have I been wearing neoprene this long?"
It wasn't an option. It was like, hey, you got to wear these. We got to try them. We got to beat them up. We got to see, if these are going to work. If they're not, what changes we need to make. And I think it was 2 hunts in. That was literally my first thought. Was like, why on earth did I wait this long to go to breathables? So
yeah,
I don't know. I think that's a pretty great piece to have. You don't have to hunt. You can be anywhere that you don't want to get wet, and it's a great thing to have for you. And the boots, my goodness, the boots are so comfortable in those things. I think that's always been one of my biggest gripes about waders is the boots suck. No matter who I wore or bought, just never liked the boots, and those boots it's like wearing a pair of trudge boots around. I mean, I love them.
I said that was the other thing I was going to ask you about was those trudge boots. How are those? Because I saw those are back in stock now on the website as well.
Wear them every day. I wear them all over the place. It's not just like an office thing. That's my normal shoe. They're easy. I love, it's easy. Love a slip on. You don't have to worry about laces, nothing like that. But it's actually a very comfortable shoe to wear. And we've sold a good amount of those. They've been pretty popular. And more and more now we get a lot of feedback from customers that they're the same way. It's their daily shoe, whether they work in an environment where they kind of need that waterproof ankle boot, or if they're like me and they're just comfortable. But those have been really good for us. It's a simple boot, but it works. It's easy, and you can use it for a lot of different things. They're great in hunting season. If you're at the boat ramp getting your stuff ready, you don't want to be walking around in your waders, but you don't want to have your slides on like a lot of guys do in the early morning and get your feet all wet. So they're great for that. All the way up to if I'm taking the dog out early in the morning in the summer, I want to get dew and wet feet first thing in the morning, and they're easy. Slip your trudge boots on and no wet feet. So it's just a great all around product. It's just another one of those products that it's not market specific. Anybody can benefit from just a good high quality ankle boot.
Yeah. I say I've been looking at those for a long time, and I've run through a few different pairs of the that kind of style ankle boot, deck boot, fishing boot, whatever you want to call them, and some of them are terrible. I mean, some of them just suck.
You get your good and bad. I think a big thing that really set us apart when we first released them was that a lot of that style came from and was influenced by the fishing side of things. And so the tread on those boots was designed to support, a fishing environment or a boat environment. It wasn't made for going outside. So, we kind of were the first to put that tread that's more of like an aggressive, mud outdoor boot tread on that style of boot. So that was big. And then, I mean, now with Flop, we actually have the Flop boot coming right around Squadfest. Hopefully they make it before Squadfest, but otherwise we'll have them shortly after. But in Flop we use the same style boot, but Flop we do have that deck tread because it's obviously designed for the boat deck, and the tread really does make a difference. On the deck, that deck treading is great because it helps you keep steady footing and you don't slip as easy. Whereas that bigger lug, more aggressive tread on the trudge boots, actually makes a difference if you're trying to get through mud or rock or anywhere where that other tread would just fill up instantly and then you're just slipping around on mud all day. So you can definitely tell the difference in them. But yeah, I mean it's a great simple boot. We made the tread our big difference maker, and you guys did the rest. I mean once they started selling, they didn't stop. So obviously we did something right because they were very well received.
Yeah, they look really nice. I think I'm gonna have to get me a pair of those too.
Those are so I will be these are so we talked a little earlier. We go down to Louisiana and do some alligator hunting or fishing, whatever you want to call it. It's a mix of both.
Yes.
So these are going to go with. I'm going to get us that. I'm one of those people. I'm weird in the sense that I got to try something on. When it comes to shoes, I want to try it on before I buy it. I don't know, old school, I guess. Mainly because I know that if I buy it and it doesn't fit, I won't send it back. I'll just keep. I'm just lazy, or I'll forget, or I got something else going on. Who knows? But so I have the sole intentions of getting a pair of these for Gator season, and we'll see how that. I'm excited about that. So,
Oh yeah, you'll love them.
yeah.
I'm confident. If you don't, let me know. But
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I love them, man. But yeah. The problem that we had in the past, or the last time we were down there, is you can't go out there at all with like tennis shoes or ankle shoes, or and you really can't go out there with like hiking boots. They just don't work because you're going to get wet.
Yeah.
There's nothing, you just can't do it. So I was out there last year in a pair of neoprene, damn near knee high boots. Wrong decision. It was not a good choice. They so, and I saw Benny. I think you had you had something that you were wearing a little bit shorter than this, but than the muck boots. But you got to have something, whether it's pushing the boat off, and there's always mud and muck and all that crap. And then once you're standing there and you're tugging on a freaking dinosaur, you sit there and it's like, all right, I need a little grip here. I need something. Need a little something. So
well, I think my big problem with that last year when we were down there was kind of like Kyle said, they work great on the boat. Yeah. The carpet, the fiberglass, whatever you're on the boat, they're awesome. When you pull up and stop and then go to jump off the bow of the boat onto shore to tie the boat up, you about freaking face plant because as soon as you hit wet grass or mud or anything, you just slide.
Yeah.
So you need kind of that trudge boot where you're a little bit more aggressive on the tread and you have a little bit of grip at least.
Yeah, I'm excited. So hopefully at Squadfest, y'all have these at the tent.
Everything that you buy at Squadfest will have there for you to pick up. So
okay,
anything we offer, which I mean it's going to be everything we sell. So we've got a much bigger than last year, even big fulfillment area outside the tent. So if it's big, bulky, like decoys, whatever, you won't take those from the tent. You'll just go, it's right next to that parking lot. On the way out, you swing by, pick up your stuff and go. But yeah, everything you buy there, you can take with you. So trudge boots, you buy them there, you take them right then.
Cool. I got to try some on. So
yeah, and you can definitely do it then. That'll be you're not the only one. Trust me. There's a lot of people that really want to try them on before they buy, which I totally understand. And if you're local to St. Louis, no problem, come on by. But for everybody that's not, this show is a great opportunity to try everything on: waders, trudge boots, tech gear, everything you want.
So I'm going to be selfish for a minute. What's the chances of if I get out there, I get to go on a tour of the facility?
I'm sure that we can make that
happen. Y'all are going to be
we
busy.
can arrange that.
Yeah, y'all are going to be busy, I'm sure. So I want to go on a tour. I want to see it. I think it's I think it's going to be awesome. So
yeah, no, we'd love to have you come on by for real.
Cool.
If you once you get in town, we would love to
get there a little bit early.
It's not I mean, it's not anything life changing. It's the majority of it is a lot of racks with a lot of product,
Well, it's weird because I like stuff like that. I mean, I like seeing, look, this is when I when I click add to cart and buy.
Yep.
This is what happens, and
that's true. Everything that we sell, everything we ship out, anything that anyone's ever bought from us, it leaves that building. So that is true. Yeah, it's all right there. And we do have the offices up front. So that's where, all of our new product development, everybody. That's the whole HQ. Everybody from Cody on down is right there in that same building. So it's that part is pretty cool. Just to
Yeah.
see that it's all in one space and it's not just some random Amazon fulfillment center.
Right. You get to put a face with a name too. Hey, that's the individual who's going to grab my trudge boots, or that's right. To me, I just find that I really, it's weird. I guess I'm weird, but it's just cool to see. It's, hey, look, I knew when I click this button, I know who's going to go get this. I know who's going to do this. I know what's going to happen. I know the process. And I think it's just cool. I don't know why. It's just, I guess I'm weird that way, but
no, it's cool. We get quite a few people that come through from out of town, or friends of the brand, anything like that come by, and they actually enjoy the tours a lot. So it's cool. It's just like you said, it gives you a little inside look that not everybody gets.
Yeah. I like that. Benny,
Sir.
What I had something. So if I go out to Missouri, what do I need to do in that area while I'm waiting? When I show up to Squadfest, obviously Squadfest is primary, but what do I need to do? What's cool to do in that area?
Number one rule: are you driving or are you flying in? Driving.
I'm not driving.
You're not driving? You gonna fly?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So call my dad and have him come pick you up from the airport.
He can be out of town. He can't.
Yeah. Well, shit. Yeah. Well, you figure it out. We'll
have
him drop it off at the park and ride, and you can swing over there and grab it.
Right.
But first thing you do is you get a car, and then you open Apple Maps and you search for the closest Emo's Pizza that you can find. Oh, God. And you go get yourself a Emo's Pizza and some some toasted Ravs and an Emo's Pizza. You'd be all right.
All right.
Yep.
That's
I
a true
second
statement.
that. Yeah, that's very factual. Just go ahead and write that down right now.
Yeah. That should be a rule for going to St. Louis. That's step one. As soon as you get there, find an Emo's, get a pizza, some toasted Ravs, cold beer.
Just
be all right.
Start right there.
Yeah, all right. So this is the issue. This is why Benny's bringing this up. I had never had the pizza before. I didn't know that there was a St. Louis style of pizza. And I didn't know anything about these toasted raviolis. I didn't know anything about this. I'm like, how good can it really be? It's pizza in St. Louis. Really?
I was hyping it up all the way home, too. 13 hours straight in the truck. I'm like, dude, it's going to change your life. It's going to be the best pizza you've ever had in your life. And you're like,
it's good.
I don't even really like pizza. Like, I doubt it's going to be the best pizza I've ever had. I'm like, you're going to find out tonight when we get there.
13 hours of hearing about this. 13 hours.
It's a lot of hype, It's got to live up.
Well, then, by like 8 hours into it, I'm like, well, shit, I hope he does actually like this pizza. Because otherwise, I'm going to look really dumb that I've been hyping this up for like a day.
Yeah.
I've had it happen. I've, traveling for other jobs and this job and all that. I've had good friends come through and, all right, let's try it. Let's try this Emo's I've been hearing about. And
right.
Most of them, 99% of the time, they're like, all right, yep. But I have had a few where they're just like, this ain't it. And I'm just like,
yeah, we're not friends anymore.
It's a real thing because
knowing you.
It's like we're always in denial. Like if someone says that, like we can't accept it. We're like, what?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
It happens, Not everybody can be right all the time.
Yeah.
I will say
some people like the wrong pizza.
Well, I had their wings too. When I was out there with Benny, and
the wings are pretty good.
Their wing sauce, that is on point. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I got a bottle of it. I brought it home. It's good. So
you must have really liked it then. All right.
I did.
We went to the grocery store the next day, and he's like, "Oh, dude, they've got Emo's wing sauce." He's like, watching him grab all these bottles of sauces. I'm like, bro, it's good, but calm down.
I liked it. I thought it was good. I mean, I don't know. I'm always most of the time my wife loves hot sauce. I mean, like the hotter the better. And I always try to bring her back something that you can't get, you like used to not be able to get like tiger sauce from Louisiana. That you couldn't find it. Now you can, but
Right.
it's just something local to that area wherever we're going to be. Try to find like hot sauce, and not everybody's got hot sauce. So, so I found wing sauce, and it was pretty good. It worked out real well. I
Well,
like
at
it.
least you got something out of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the
It worked
pizza's
out.
good.
Yeah. We got skunked on the turkey hunt, but at least we had good
Oh.
pizza.
Yeah, we did.
Old
Well,
old Benny getting impatient, screwed it up.
you'll get that. You'll get that.
Dude, I sat there for, I don't even know, like 3 hours, didn't hear a bird. And I was like, they've got to be down in the bottoms. So I jumped up, ran down the ravine into the bottoms, walked miles up the neighbor's property. You know, he texts us and was like, hey, if you guys are up there, you know, hunt our property. We're out of town. Like, all right. So I walked all the bottoms, checked all the grain fields, everything. Didn't see a single bird. We get back and we're like, all right, screw this. Let's go. So we get in the truck, roll back to where I was set up to grab the decoys. And the one decoy is off the stake, like 4 feet away from the stake. No. And I'm like, why is that over there? That's weird. I wonder if a bobcat or something came out and hit it. Then we get up to it. There's turkey feathers all over the ground. There's spur marks in the Jake. I'm like, oh, God damn it.
Yeah, my
I was like, no.
Yeah, my DSD decoy took a beating because somebody wasn't there to stop it.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
That's all right. There's going to be a bigger one there next year. It's fine.
That's right. Now I feel safe there. You just got to use the same setup and try and fool him again.
Yeah, dude. He'll see that decoy and be like, dude, I know I can beat the hell out of that dude.
I got that guy.
I ain't scared of that guy at all.
That's right. Round two,
ding, fight.
Oh, Jesus.
So I meant to ask, all right, we obviously you're big dive bomb, you know, you work for the company, you're, you know, outside of duck hunting, do you fish? You know,
I love to.
What's your thing?
No, I love to fish. I like all kinds of fishing. I love to, you know, when I was a kid growing up, we'd go to Florida and fish offshore, fish intercoastal stuff. But I actually, my main fishing is bass fishing. I love to tournament bass fish. That's actually what I did in college. I fished for Missouri State all 4 years that I was there. So,
I'm sorry.
You know, someone's got to do it, right?
Hey, might as well be you.
Yeah, that's right. So no, it was actually a really good time.
I bet. I
got into college. I got into college fishing when it was really starting to kind of blow up. So it was a lot of fun time to literally be able to travel and miss class just to go fish bass tournaments. And I mean, there was good competition. We fished against a lot of guys that are fishing professionally now, whether it's MLF or the Elite Series or MPFL. And I'm still close with a lot of those guys. But yeah, I don't fish nearly as much as I'd like to anymore.
You never do. I fish every
day.
day.
You have to be an adult, but no, I still love to fish. And a very close friend of mine actually is a guide on Table Rock, not far from here. So usually if I can sneak out for maybe a day or two, I'll run out with him and we'll go catch some. But yeah, it's a good time. So I love the fact that, you know, we've got flop coming up too, you know, on the fishing side of things. So
yep,
it'll be I'm excited for that.
Me too.
So Kyle's going to be in the development meetings, be like, guys, I think we should do rods and reels. We need some crankbaits in this color.
Yeah,
some
everything I'm short on. We need to make that.
Oh, so and I guess that's kind of where I was going with that is, well, we were going down the path of number one, what do I do once I get out there? But number two, I have a Missouri fishing license because I don't know, I went fishing out there with Benny when we weren't turkey hunting. So where's some good spots to fish?
I mean, St. Louis is or the St. Louis area, you know, we don't have as much as far as, you know, like you got Lake of the Ozarks. Yep. That's a great spot. Table Rock, great spot. You know, anything in the Ozarks, Southwest, or even the west side of the state, there's a lot of options. North of St. Louis, a little ways, is Mark Twain. I don't know about, you know, walking into fish there, but One cool thing about this area, though, is the Department of Conservation has quite a few, just public walk-in stocked areas. So if you go out, there's a place called Bush Wildlife or Weldon Spring. Quick drive from the airport. You can go out there and there's dozens of lakes. You can just walk out and go fish. No boat needed. If you don't want to, you can walk everything. So that's a good spot. And then there's a lot of small little public parks that they have ponds with fountains and whatever. But they're open to public fishing. So I've had a lot of success. When I was young, just got my license, didn't want to go too far. I just hop to different parks or find different ponds, fish those areas. Wouldn't recommend the golf courses because you'll probably get kicked off. I've had that happen before too. But there's a lot of options. But as far as like the bigger, notable fisheries, those are pretty much the Southwest or the western side of the state.
Yeah.
We don't have much around here for that. The river's, good fishing too. A lot of people go out on the river this time of year and catch catfish. Excuse me, and good catfish. I mean, the last 3 world record blues have been caught, right outside St. Louis on the Mississippi. So you can do that, but that's going to be a little tougher to do on a half day trip from the bank. So,
Right.
but yeah, no, there's plenty of good options. If you're looking to just catch a few and wet a line for a little bit.
That's all I care about.
I say Bush Wildlife's probably your best bet. There's so many lakes out there. There's probably, I don't even remember. There's probably over 100 ponds out there. They're all numbered,
there's
well maintained, stocked.
numbered.
They're nice.
All right.
It's a good spot. We used to hit that a lot growing up.
I'll have to check it out.
Heck yeah.
That's going to be fun. That'll be a lot of fun.
It's a good time. And it's a quick drive. I mean, that's probably the closest one with that much access.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole area itself is 5,000 or 6,000 acres. I think it's a cool little piece of property that's kind of just outside city limits. So it's cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I was trying to convince Benny to let me go to up to Mark Twain, and I don't know. I've got this weird thing. I want to hunt Mark Twain, whether it's deer or turkey or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go hunt Mark Twain just because. And everybody's like, "Oh man, you don't want to go out there. It's terrible. You really don't want to." I do. I really want to go hunt Mark Twain. So,
it's I would say that it's a pretty popular spot to hunt. Definitely, I'd say for turkey and waterfowl, there's areas that a lot of guys like to go, and you do see quite a few deer hunters there. But I don't know. I feel like the times I've hunted it, there's still plenty of room. I actually did hunt a few times last year, but the water was super, super, super low last year. So basically, if you needed boat access to anywhere, I mean, some of the ramps not far off the main lake, the end of the ramp would be 50, 60 yards from the start of the water. So unless you had a different place to launch or something like that, you're kind of out of luck as far as the boating goes. But it's a cool lake. I mean, it's a cool area. I remember going there a ton as I was a kid and hadn't really been back much until I'd say the past few years. I was doing the same thing. I was like, hey, I just want to try hunting it. So I would go hunt different parts of the lake.
Yeah. I'm pretty stoked about that though. I don't know. Something about it.
It's just nice. It's not really a bad drive. It's so quick. You can get there pretty easy, but you feel like you're kind of out of the way. So it's a neat area.
Yeah. That's a big Missouri thing. We'll drive 2.5 hours and we're like, oh dude, it's just right up the road. Like, it ain't that far.
It's nothing. Yeah.
It's nothing.
You can get there and back.
When we were there this spring, I'm like, dude, we'll just get up. We'll drive up to my uncle's farm. We'll go hunt that. It's only like an hour and 45 minutes. Like, it's not that bad, dude. We'll wake up at 3, drive up there, be there in time to turkey hunt. Like, we're fine, dude.
That's nothing.
That made for a long day.
Yeah,
I'd drive 90 minutes to Ted Shanks just to get turned away and not hunt.
Oh, God. That's what, Mikey, you want to go duck hunt in Missouri. We'll go do it the right way. We'll go poor man at Ted Shanks or what's the other big one out in the center of the state?
Grand Pass.
Grand Pass, yeah. We'll go out to Grand Pass with the other 900 million people that go out there every morning to try to draw in. You reach in and pull out number 912 and go, well, I guess we're going back to bed. Go get some Waffle House on your way home and cry.
Yeah, and you could probably come up here 4 weekends in a row, and you'd be lucky if you made it out once. But
yep.
Wow.
It's
it's rough. There's a lot of people.
Now, I guess it's only they only open it up during the weekends, or is it?
No, it's every day. It's every day.
But the weekends obviously would be the hardest.
Yeah, right? you get more people on the weekends. Although, I mean, you'd be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't. But even weekdays, if the weather's good or the birds are around, there's still quite a few people that go on weekdays to draw.
Yeah.
Whether it's, I mean, I remember when I was working through high school for the Department of Conservation, I had to deal with my boss when we'd be on break, through the winter, and it was basically like I could go draw every day, and if I drew, I was off, and if I didn't draw, I'd drive back and go to work. So, back then, it was pretty good odds to get in. I might get in 50%, but now that'd be a pretty raw deal for me because he'd know I'd basically just be coming into work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's weird now too with the because it's all electronic now up at Shanks.
Yeah, so
well, I don't know
the kiosks.
Yeah, that was terrible. I went up there this last season, and it kind of ruined my whole strategy.
There
was. There's a strategy to it. You watch
there were some guys. I remember
you could watch the guy putting it in the box, and it's so and so. He's right-handed. All the high numbers are going to be on this side, and that's the left-handed guy. They're all going to be on the other side. And man, I was like,
the amount of redneck science. Around at those draw houses with.
It was crazy.
Man. I remember, some guys, they never cared. They just go, it doesn't matter. And then there was guys that, I always got to draw last, or we got to get first of the line, or
yep.
You never take the first pill that you touch. I remember that, and it did. The kiosk remove all that.
Yeah.
However, love them or hate them, they definitely made draw go faster.
Oh, it's so much faster. Yeah, that was the nice thing.
I mean, you got 120 parties in that room. It takes forever.
Yeah.
I remember a hunt in 2011, 2012 maybe, somewhere around then. I went by myself and I drew pill 9. And on pill 9, I knew exactly where I wanted to go when I got up to the window. So I got up there, made sure the spot was available. I got it. I drove right to the spot. I parked 5 minutes after shooting time. So I wasn't even in the pool yet, and it was after shooting time. Luckily, the birds were there. It was a quick hunt, but yeah, I mean, it's with the kiosk, you don't have to worry about that. It's everybody draws instantly, and then off you go. So
yeah. I was super confused though, waiting in line, like, oh yeah, dude, I gotta freaking reach in here, get my thing going. I know. I always drew front left corner. I was always front left corner. First pill you touch, that's the one you pull out, and it did okay. And I got there, and it's all in the kiosk. And they're like, all right, guys, so everyone's names are going to be up on the TVs here in a second, and we'll start drawing positions. And I'm like, wait, what? It's like, boom, didn't see my name on the first screen. I'm like, oh, shit, that's not good.
You got the crowd watching the TV.
Yeah, man. Good. And then you hear the guys in the back of the room. They're like, oh, man. And they turn and leave. And it's like, that sucks.
The mass exodus, because now everyone's leaving at once. So
right.
The room goes from shoulder to shoulder to where'd everybody go?
Group of 30 dudes that are happier than hell.
Right. Yeah,
finally.
Pretty much.
Oh, it's great.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm ready for it. Ready for duck season.
I am very ready. And I mean, as a big a bummer as it is when you get turned away from draw, I will say that it's nice when you get in, because the birds are there, and it's not like other states where maybe they don't have to deal with draw, but they could get there 2 hours early and have someone come set up on them, right at shooting time. So.
Yeah. Have you?
Every state's a little different. I don't think anyone's ever going to be totally happy, but that's what we got. And
I like it. Though.
You can go hunt the river. If you don't want to draw, you can always go hunt the river and find a blind that's open. But to each their own.
That's always fun. Have you ever hunted any of the pit blinds up there?
At
Shanks? Yeah.
Yeah, I've hunted a couple of them. I'd say there was a couple of years where sometimes, depending on which blind was hot, there was some years where blinds were some of the first to go. But
Yeah.
I'd say for the most part, from what I saw throughout the season, blinds are generally the last ones to go.
Yeah.
And Shanks is tough to hunt without a boat, so a lot of guys that
Right.
show up without a boat, you kind of they can't take them, and if they're not killing birds, then if you do have a boat, you're obviously not going to go home, so it's like you'll take one of those. But I actually have had a few decent hunts out of a couple of the pit blinds there.
I say I
They're
hunted
not bad.
it.
They're really
No, I say they're
nice.
super nice. I walked out when I was there last year. I drew, I think, 29 of like 30, and so it was like I already woke up. I'm already here. Screw it. I'm gonna hunt. And they were like, "We got the blinds open." I was like, "I didn't even know you guys had blinds out here. Where are they at?" He's like, "Oh, you just walk down this levee and walk down in, and it'll be right here." I'm like, "All right, well, yeah, okay, I'll go there." And I got out there, and it's darker than hell. I didn't have a headlamp with me, which sucked.
Oh, that's gonna be tough.
And so I'm walking out into the pool, and I'm like, it opens up real nice, and I'm like, dude, I don't know where this freaking pit is. I'm like, well, whatever. Like, I'm just going to throw some decoys out in this little opening right here and just stand in this grass. The grass is half a foot taller than me. Like, screw it. I'll just step a couple steps back into this grass, wait until the sun comes up, and then I can look and try to find this pit. And then I was throwing the decoys out. I'm like, what the hell is this thing over here? Like, why is this grass so much taller over here? I walk over to it. I'm like, oh, it's dry land. That's kind of cool. And I'm like, oh, well, I should sit over here and I can like lay on this bank that's inside the pool. This is pretty nice. So I go grab my I come back over to it. I'm like, oh, it's the pit blind, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, all right. Well, now I got to go pick up all my stuff, pick up all the decoys, move everything over. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, this is a disaster.
Hey, but you got there.
Hey, it worked out. I think I shot, I don't remember, 2 or 3 ducks that morning. This is also the first time I ever hunted in a like ground pit blind like that. And I was watching a lot of birds fly over and kind of working, and I was like, oh no, man, they're just too far. Like, no, I'm not even gonna try it. And then one finally I was like, screw it, I'm gonna try it, and shot and smacked it. And I was like, oh, these birds are a lot closer than I think they are. Like, I thought that one was gonna be a poke, and I shot it and it landed like 2 feet to my left off my shoulder. And I was like, oh, this is weird. Like, being level with the ground is, it messes with you a little bit the first time you do it.
It does. It usually gets people when they go to shoot. Then they're hitting their elbows on something, or they're not used to moving like that. But yeah, they're definitely comfortable.
They're nice.
The only bummer about them is, unlike the rest of the draw pools, you can adjust. The blinds face one way, so you better hope that you either get to pick first for the blinds, and you can pick with the wind that you have that day, or I guess figure out how to shoot over the back, do something. But they're not bad. I'd take a pit blind on there any day over getting sent home for breakfast. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. So I went through real quick. We're getting close, aren't we, Benny?
We are at 58.5.
Damn, I'm getting better.
Getting better.
So I went through
that one.
Yeah. Real quick. So it's July 19th and 20th at 370 Lakeside Park in Missouri, St. Peters, Missouri.
St. Peters, yep.
And I was looking at your website, and there's a listing on there. I'll go over the top level here of it said register for free, and then here's some of the things for the killer sales, and they talk about it's $500 DB zip waders. Oh my God, yes.
Yep.
35% off all tech gear, excluding trudge boots and waders, because you're getting a hell of a deal on the waders above.
Right.
25% off of select decoys, and there's a list all there. We won't go through all of them. But 30 or 25% off select decoys. That's pretty impressive. 15% off of trudge boots. Yeah. 15% off all blinds. 15% off all accessories, 15% off all dryline bags, 15% off all apparels, 10% off all decoy bags. So that's the ones you have listed on the website. And that's a freaking killer. I mean,
I told you
that
it's
is
it's
awesome.
not just the biggest for Squadfest. It's literally the biggest thing we've ever done, and it's all at once. I mean, if they said, hey, for Black Friday we're gonna do $500 waiters, I'd be like, that's wild. That's like that
Yeah,
could be one of the biggest
Yeah.
sales we've ever had. And
right,
then it's like, okay, we're gonna do that and all this other stuff, and it's
right.
all gonna be for 2 days at Squadfest. I was like, whoa, okay, heck yeah. So yeah, I definitely think there's gonna be some people that are very very pleased with the sales. So you can't say that we never offer a good sale, because
Right.
this one's crazy. This
Yeah.
is a lot all at once. So
Yeah.
if you didn't think it was worth the drive to come up to Squad Fest, for all the other great stuff that goes on there, the savings alone on what you're gonna get, it'll pay for itself. So come on
For
down,
sure.
bring the family, enjoy it. Enjoy the contest, the vendors, entertainment, cold beer, plenty of cold beer. It's going to be a great time. Really looking forward to it, and it's cool for us, like on our side of things, uh, to kind of get to put names to faces, and meet a lot of people that maybe we interact with through social media, or on the customer service side. Maybe it's people we interact with that way. So it's nice to actually see people in person, and talk to people in person, and
Yeah.
just cut up and BS and learn about people, and meet new contacts in the industry. It's a great time. So
I
it
think so.
it really is. If you're interested in the waterfowl world, if you're already hooked, if you're not hooked, if you've never been and you want to try it, it's a great time for everyone, and we really enjoy it. And obviously, people who have come in the past have enjoyed it, because if they didn't, we wouldn't be doing it for the fourth year in a row. So,
Bingo.
we really love it, and the response has always been great. So that's why we put so much time and effort into making every year bigger and better than the last. So it's going to be a great time.
And we'll link the sales page and the registration page from your website here on the podcast. So Benny will do all of that stuff, because I
Yep.
don't do that. So that'll be in the description. And dude, man, I am stoked. I am stoked about this. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a ton of fun.
It
A ton
is.
of fun.
It is really, really, really going to be awesome. So, all right. So last, what else? What did we miss? What did we not talk about?
We had everything I wanted to talk about, which honestly was mostly the backpacks. But yeah, no, I'm good on my end. Yeah.
Kyle, what did we forget?
Well, I mean, we got backpacks, so that's
Yes.
his list just had one backpack.
Right. Exactly. That's
Hey, I know you've got at least 3 of them. All right.
Right. That's right. Man, I think we got a bunch. Obviously, given the timing, we definitely wanted to hit Squad Fest, and we did that. And you can't say that you didn't have enough time, because you guys got plenty of time to plan,
Yeah.
the trip. So, but no, that we're looking forward to Squad Fest. Obviously the zippered dry backpacks. That's a big one that we just released this week. But no, I can't give everything away, but I do know that we will have some new upcoming products featured in our product preview area. Um,
Yeah.
some of them very highly demanded. I'll say that we've got some new full bodies coming out, a few new floater offerings coming out that will all be available to preview at Squad Fest. But I'm excited for that, and then just on the whole, we're pumped for Squad Fest, and also Squad Fest kind of is the start of the busy season. So after that's over, we'll be at Game Fair. So anybody in that neck of the woods can stop by Game Fair and come see us, and then from there and out, we're getting ready. It's hunting season after that. So
Yeah, it is.
that's the other exciting part about Squad Fest, is we know once we get through that, like, we've basically made it. But now we got a lot lot of exciting new things in the works that you will see released before the end of this year. And then we've got a lot of cool stuff that is in the works for 2025. So we got new decoys, we got new dry line, we got new tech gear. I mean, you name it, basically, every category we offer, we've got stuff that is going to be coming out within the next 6 to 12 months to really beef up all those different lineups. So
Hell yeah.
super excited, with everything that's been going on. And obviously we're super thankful for all the support that we've gotten, not just from our customers, but from you guys as well, letting us hang out and talk shop for a little bit. So, can't thank you guys enough for having me on, and obviously all of our customers, we can't thank you enough for trusting us with your business. And don't forget to email us, because that's why I made the zipper backpack. So if you guys want to see something, if you want to improve something, shoot us an email, let us know, because you guys are the reason that we do it, and our customers have a lot of great ideas and suggestions, and everything we do is based on that. So
hell, you can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
Yeah. Dude, that is awesome. As always, man, I thank you for being here. It's a pleasure. We enjoy being, you have a standing whenever you want. Come on.
Love it.
You are one of two that have that. Hey, I want to come on. Cool. We got
Fantastic. I love that.
So, you also, just so you know, are first on the list to kick off our, all of our, guests on the podcast. So we are booked out with guests all the way through August. And obviously, we had to have our most important one first. So, kicking it off with a bang.
I'm blushing.
Nah, you're always a good one on the podcast, my friend. So, we appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys. Really love being on. Love talking with you guys, and obviously love the show, what you guys do. So anytime you need me, I'm happy to stop in and talk to you, and see the looks on your faces when I give you just enough information, but not quite enough.
Just enough to piss you off. But
Yeah.
you know it's coming.
Just, stringing you along.
I like it. I'm here for it. It's a good little precursor to duck season, Good tease to get you excited about it, and man, I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys where you're at, but it's been like 105 degrees all the way up until a couple days ago, and boy, we're ready. I can tell you that much. Everybody out here is itching to go, and it cannot come soon enough. I can tell you that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta get an autographed monthly shirt though, man. Just saying.
There you go.
Gotta get it autographed.
Everybody's gonna be there, man. You gotta get like a Cody Asher, all the marketing guy. You gotta get everybody to sign it.
That'd be cool.
Power move, just Kyle.
Look, I'm
Power
cool with
move.
that.
Yeah.
We'll have everybody sign the back, and then when I go to sign it, I'll flip it over. And
I'm
See,
good
there
with
you
that.
go.
I am
That'd be cool.
1,000% good with that.
And then when you show people, they'll be like, "Oh, I see all those. Who's that random dude on the front?"
Oh, he's the most important.
Yeah. No.
That's cool as hell.
That's funny.
All right, Benny, what you got, my friend?
That's all I got. Kyle, thanks again for being on, man. We really appreciate it. And, like Mikey said, you're welcome anytime. We really appreciate the little, inside looks about what's coming and what's on the inner workings of Dive Bomb. And, anytime you're welcome to come on.
Love it. I appreciate it, guys. And anytime you need me, you got me. So appreciate being on and everything you guys are doing, man.
Right on. Mike, you got anything else?
No, sir. Y'all
right on.
Take care.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. See ya.
You've been listening to The Hunting Quest. No matter how crazy, high-tech, or lazy the rest of the country gets, we will always be hunting and fishing. If that's you, you've found your new family. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. Reach out to us by email at info@thehuntingquest.com. And check us out on Instagram and YouTube at The Hunting Quest. See you next time.